See, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what they show you on the outside. It doesn't matter how much money they got. It doesn't matter the house they live in. It doesn't matter the city, state. It doesn't matter their situation that you see. The only thing that matters is how people feel. And if you don't know how your people are feeling or truly feeling, I feel like you failed that person.
Keep overlooking life, but that's the biggest blessing. Just engage with who you are and throw the biggest wedding. Just think of this as food for thought. You feel I'm overstepping. I got a good degree in knowledge if it's ever question. I'd rather see you shining than a
Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Chasing OK Life's Marathon, a podcast about anything and everything presented by LiveOK. LiveOK is centered around promoting mental health awareness. Visit Shop LiveOK, that's ShopLiveOK.com, where the proceeds go towards making a difference. Now let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chasing OK Life's Marathon. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays. I hope everybody enjoyed the start of their new year. Hope everybody had fun. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody's living, doing great things, and, loving life. I talked about New Year's resolutions last New Year's, so hopefully y'all are, living the life y'all want to live. And like I said last year, it doesn't have to be because it's a new year. Just live the life that you want to live because you want to live that life. Doesn't matter if it's a random Monday, a random Tuesday, a random Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. If you make the decision to change your life, don't wait for the new year for that to be or for that to happen. But Happy New Year. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Like I said previously, we have a good amount to talk about. Like if y'all have been around for the previous few episodes, we're breaking it down into segments. I haven't been on my grind like I should, but I will. I know I said that before, and I said it before, but, things going on behind the camera, outside of the pod that, I just got to get in that right headspace for me to do what I want to do, for me to give y'all the best product possible. But since it is New Year, let's recap what has happened this year. We are now at 68 subscribers. That's awesome for me. I think, 32 more, we get to that 100. And still 150 for one of those 100 subscribers. So if you're lucky enough, once we get those 32, hopefully before next year, then we'll do a drawing and we'll get that lucky subscriber, that extra lucky subscriber, because you're already lucky if you're subscribed to me. But we'll get that lucky subscriber, that $100 in some way, shape, or form. And we also have posted 100 videos. And I don't know if that's 100. It's not 100 episodes. So that's 100 videos, including Tiny Tom, segments, and shorts. So that's 100. So around 100. I wish it said 100 subs and 100 videos. But I'm not here to complain. I appreciate everything that's been happening, everything that's been going on. But that's our recap for the pod. You will get another episode in 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that, and then 2 weeks after that. I'm going to be consistent with the 2 weeks. Unless there's like a holiday or something, or I got to travel for some sort of reason. But you should get 25 or so episodes from me. This year, I have 3 guests that I know for sure I'm going to have on within the next 5 or so episodes. I still have a travel episode that I want to do. Like I said previously, just need some things to align before I can make that happen. But I got some great things coming for y'all. So be sure to tune in, subscribe, do everything that it says below, like, comment, share, and do all those fun things, and we shall continue on. So let's also recap my personal opinion. A top movie of last year. My favorite movie of last year I think I would say is Sinners. Sinners was a really good movie. Michael B. Jordan did a wonderful job. Haley Steinfeld did a really good job. Congrats to her and her husband, Josh. How did I forget your last name, Josh? Josh Allen, Buffalo. We'll touch on sports in a second. But yeah, congrats to y'all. Sinners was great. I feel like it's being snubbed from what I hear in the awards. But hey, you can't hold great things down because the people support it, the people love it, and everybody knows it was great. Great music, great filming, great screenwriting, great acting, just great all around. My runner-up, and I put it my runner-up because it recently came out, I think last week or the week before last. Marty Supreme. There was a lot of hype around Marty Supreme, as in Timothy Chalamet doing excellent marketing for it, and I never really watched the trailer for it, but my friends was like, hey, we're gonna go see it, you should come, and I was like, all right, I'll come. And it was a lot more action and chaos that all made sense in that movie. Like, it wasn't just ping pong. I think it was probably like 10 minutes of ping pong, or table tennis for those who feel some type of way about ping pong. But it was probably about 10 minutes of it, and the rest of the movie is like, what, 2.5, 3 hours long. It was a really, really, really good movie. I will watch it again once it leaves theaters. Excuse me. But yeah, Marty Supreme was a good movie. If it's still in theaters, I think it is. I think it's been winning some awards. Y'all should go see it, or definitely sit down with your family, or sit by yourself and watch it, because it was a really good movie when I went to see it. Top music. Music is a big thing in my life. You know, I'm an aspiring producer, singer-songwriter, rapper, DJ. Anything that you know that's music related, I'm part of it. Like, so music is a big thing in my life. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm serious about what I just said. But from my top 5, I only listen to Apple Music. I'm not a Spotify person. That's just something extra you gotta pay for. But my top 5 and an honorable mention: Baddest in the Room by Friday. I don't know why that song, it's just so catchy. It's only like 2 minutes, but I love that song. It's at number 1. And you got Someday by Elamine. His newest album, I forgot the name of the album. His newest album is really good as well. But Someday is a really good song. Carry the Metal by Teddy P, also known as my brother. Y'all, he was on the pod like in the 5th or so episode. Look him up. I know Teddy Pendergrass is going to pop up. But if you see Teddy P with a period, listen to his music. It's really good. But Carry the Metal, he's always been in my top 5 or 10 since he started making music, because I support my brother and he makes good music. If it sucked, it probably wouldn't be in top 10. It'd probably be top 25, just so I can get the plays up. But yeah, top 5. Lie Again, number 4 by why does his name just escape my brain? Giveon. Lie Again by Giveon. It's a really good song. Residuals by Chris Brown rounds it off at number 5. And at number 7, it's number 7. I know I'm skipping 6, but at number 7 I wanted to have an honorable mention because it's International Players Anthem by UGK. And I think UGK and Outkast, or UGK and Andre 3000. Yeah, UGK Outkast. But the number one reason why it's in my top 5 honorable mention is because Andre 3000's verse. I think that's just going to be like my goal for life. I typed a text to a girl I used to see, told her that I met this cutie pie with whom I want to be. Something. I don't see now. Now I gotta listen to it real quick. Hold on. Yeah, all right. So, like I said, Andre 3000's verse, the main reason why I listened to the song, he said, so I typed a text to a girl I used to see saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I want to be. And I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I CC around town. And I hate to see you frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me. True, but I'm no island, peninsula maybe. Makes no sense and look crazy. Give up all that pussy cat that's in my lap. No looking back. Spaceships don't come equipped with every mirrors. They dip as quick as they can. The atmosphere is now ripped. I'm so like a pimp. I'm glad it's night. So that the light. Oh, I didn't even know it was like that. I always thought it was like Gladys Knight. But I guess that's the wordplay. It's like a pimp, Gladys Knight, but he said pimp. He's Gladys Knight. Bruh, y'all need to start reading. I need to start reading lyrics, but reading lyrics just make everything pop. Yo, Andre 3K is the man. I'm not gonna finish the whole verse, but yeah, International Players Anthem, Andre 3000's First verse. That's the number one reason why I listen to that song. And then when the beat drop, I also, especially if I'm on my bike, I'm just go crazy. But yeah, that's my recap for the year. So we talked about all the success of Chasing OK, and the top movies, the top music. I said last year I was going to start reading books, so maybe this year I'll start reading books, because I didn't read one book this year. I bought a book. I bought a couple books. I just got to read them. And before we continue on to our sports topic, I just wanted to, we always drink on something, even if it's water. We're drinking on beer. Ice cold root beer with a splash of honey jack, which is actually really good. Good combination, wasn't it? Like, when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like a vanilla-y goes with the root beer. Honey. Yeah. Alright, so if y'all want a combination, root beer, honey jack, just, like a shot. Don't go crazy. But yeah, that's what we're drinking for tonight. But let's get into our sports topic. Let me see if I do the thing again. Alright. So to start off our sports topic, we start off with my favorite person so far. The only reason why I watched the Cleveland Browns play, Shador. He's doing great. Obviously not as great as as everybody, wants him to be. For those that support him, everybody be like, yeah, he needs to throw 35 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions and throw for 3,000 yards. I think he will eventually, after his rookie season, once he gets the off season behind him and training camp, and he has an offensive line, and he has receivers that can catch, and his running back comes back healthy. Myles Garrett continues to play out of his mind, which I have him down as a topic to talk about. Congratulations to him getting the sack record. Milestones are crazy for people to get, and I'm happy that he got it. I saw it happen, and I was like, congrats to him. I couldn't do it. 99.9% of the people that play and watch can't do it. And when this record gets broken, I think if anybody breaks it or can break it, that's actively playing, will probably be Micah in the right situation. You can quote me on that. So if anybody breaks it and puts his mind to it, I think it'll be Micah. But I think next year Shador is gonna be good. Miles is gonna maybe he'll break his own record. Stefanski is gone. That's why I also think Shador will be better, because I know everybody was harping on 2-time coach of the year. Yeah, 2-time coach of the year, but you way below a 500 out of all your games. I think he coached 100 games maybe and won 40. I don't know if the stats for sure. I just know a lot. His record is losing, and he had 2 good seasons, which were his coach of the year seasons. But I guess if you suck one year and have a really good season the next, then he's like, dang, he turned everything around, coach of the year. Really bad season, really good season next year. Oh, he turned everything around, coach of the year. So that's just my take on that. The only reason why I would watch the Browns is because of Shador. And when he leaves, I will no longer be watching the Browns unless another quarterback or player that I like joins them. And then, I'll watch Shador on the Cowboys maybe when Dak retires and Shador leaves the Browns and takes all the glory that he brought with him. I'm petty. I hope he's petty. The Cowboys sucked this year. Not a good team. Wasn't a good team to watch. Offense did great. Dak. I don't know if it got broke in the last few hours of that Sunday's games, but first Cowboy quarterback to lead the league in passing yards. So congratulations to him. Hopefully next season we'll do a lot better. We'll get the necessary pieces we need. And also, Brian Schottenheimer didn't do bad for a first-time head coach. Even though we sucked, he didn't do bad, if that makes sense. Still, he still did better than Stefanski. But hopefully next year I can watch more games because I didn't want to watch us lose, especially to like bums. Like, why are we losing? I had so much hope. It's like, damn, we could definitely finish 10-6-1 or 10-7-1. I don't know, however many games it is, 10-6-1. And then it was like, nah, we just gonna lose. We just gonna lose again. And it's like, all right, well, I guess we're just doomed to be losing. If y'all watched if y'all watched the Ravens and Steelers game, I watched the tail end of it. I will go back and probably watch the highlights, but from the tail end, it was a really good game, and I kind of caught it when Steelers scored the like second to last time they scored. So I was like, well, this game might go into overtime because the Steelers scored, and then I was like, well, if the Steelers score, they gave Lamar and the Ravens about 5 minutes. They gonna score. And then I left the house, came back, and the Ravens had scored like quick. And then Steelers went back down, scored, missed the field goal. Yeah, missed the field goal. Instead of being up by 3, they went up by 2. So I was like, dang, they gave Lamar a lot of time, and they still had 2 to 3 timeouts. So they drive down, and they get so close for a field goal that goes wide right. And it sucks for the rookie kicker. Sucks for Lamar because I think he deserves at least a championship, Super Bowl. I think he'll end with probably 2, hopefully 3, maybe 1, but I think he'll get 2. Back to my point. So that's what happened. The kicker missed the field goal. Steelers won by 2, and it's just what the script writers wrote, because you can't have Aaron Rodgers not make the playoffs in his most likely last year playing football. You can't have it. And if the writers are right, I'm about to give y'all my Super Bowl predicts, because I got the bracket pulled up. If the writers are right, that means Aaron Rodgers will either win a championship and go to the Super Bowl, or win the Super Bowl. Well, if he wins the championship and goes to the Super Bowl, then he's probably going to win the Super Bowl. That's just because, script writers got to be like, we got to give Aaron Rodgers a glorious exit like we did Peyton Manning, like we did Tom Brady. But Tom Brady decided to come back after he won. So they was like, yeah, we can't write another one. So script writers, let's see if they... All right. So Broncos got a bye in the AFC. Seahawks got a bye in the NFC. First game, Steelers-Texans. Script writers are going to have the Steelers win, but I think the Texans are going to put it off. So I'm going to give y'all my real predicts, but my script writer predicts is the Steelers is going to win it all. So just so y'all know that. So now we're going to talk about my actual predicts. I think the Texans are going to beat the Steelers, and then the Texans. Okay, so we see who plays then, and there'll be 5. So yeah, so it'll probably be Texans versus the Broncos. Then they got the Jags and Bills. Jags have been playing good, but the Bills don't have to go against Kansas City anymore. So I think the Bills are going to beat the Jags. Patriots, Chargers. Patriots have been playing really good. I got the Patriots winning. So you're going to have Patriots, Bills, Texans, Broncos. Broncos probably beat the Texans. Bills beat the Patriots. I think the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl. They're not playing that great, but like I said before, they don't have to beat the Chiefs, and that's been they've been in their way this whole time. So I'm gonna go Bills beat Pats, Broncos beat Texans, Broncos, Bills in the AFC Championship. And I'm going to stop there because by the time the AFC Championship come, then I should have another episode out to predict Super Bowl. So we'll see if my predicts are right. So right now I got Broncos, Bills in the AFC Championship. NFC, Seahawks number 1 seed. Panthers, Rams. Panthers squeaked in. I think they go on a playoff run. Puka Nacua is crazy good right now. Well, he's been crazy good. But the Panthers, I feel like they got the support around them. So I'm gonna give it to the Panthers. Panthers, Seahawks. I'm gonna give it to the Panthers. Eagles, Niners. I don't have faith in the Eagles. I don't have faith in the Niners, but I have more faith in the Niners than I do the Eagles. So I'm going to go Niners. Bears, Packers. Bears have been playing really good, but they are still the Bears, and the Packers like upsetting people first round of the playoffs. So I'm going to go Packers. So Packers will play Seahawks. Panthers versus Niners. Niners beat Panthers. Seahawks beat Packers. Seahawks, Niners in the NFC Championship? That makes sense. So my predicts right now for the NFC AFC Championships will be Seahawks, Packers, and Broncos, Bills. Yes. I think that's how it's going to work out. Oh, no. Because if... Alright, so I'm still going with Seahawks, Packers. No. That doesn't work either. Because the lowest seed goes up. So Packs play Seahawks. Oh, no, I was right. Okay, so Seahawks, Niners. Yeah, Seahawks, Niners. That's what I said originally. Seahawks, Niners. In the NFC Championship. Seahawks, Niners. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Seahawks, Niners, NFC Championship. AFC Championship. If the Patriots win, then they play the Texans because I got the Bills winning, so they'll play the Broncos. And now if it's Bills-Broncos, I still think Bills will pull it out. So I'm going to say Bills beat Broncos, upset them, and then Bills go to championship. And then you'll have Texans-Patriots. And that throws it off a little bit because I think Texans' defense is really good. But the Pats are really good. Duck it. I'm gonna go Texans. It's just gonna be 2 low seeds in the AFC. So we'll see how it works out. Texans, Bills, AFC Championship. Seahawks, Niners, NFC Championship. Yeah, alright. So hopefully I did that right. And maybe if I, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to talk myself into doing it because it's going to take too long. But yeah, okay, that's my predicts for the NFL. And that's going to be the conclusion of our sports topic. It went not too long, but it was a little bit of the ramble because how seeding works in the playoffs. And I got confusion. Alright, so moving on. We are now going to go into our current event. Alright, current event. Very, very short topic. We might be going to war, or we might be at war, or we're currently in war, or why are we going to war? Because we have the orange man, doing illegal things. Thomas, you don't know what you're talking about. I probably don't. But I do know you need, to like get Congress approval to, initiate war type stuff. And from what I heard, he didn't do that. So illegal, yes. War maybe starting. What's going on? How much stuff does a person have to do? Like how much bad stuff does a person have to publicly do for like somebody to be like, yeah, this ain't it. Let's let's not continue the bad stuff. Yeah, so that's how fast that topic was. Next topic, Stranger Things. Haven't watched it. The last season. Haven't watched it. I will binge it. So next season, I will talk about Stranger Things because I know, or at least I've been seeing, it's a lot of, it's been good, it's been bad, it's meh. So hopefully, by next episode, I would have completed the 5th season, the final season, and give my input on if it's good or not. Because some people just be over exaggerating, or maybe it was overhyped, or we'll see. So that's been my current event of this segment. It was only like 2 minutes, but that's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully we won't be going to war, or hopefully we aren't in war, and hopefully things get back to normal soon. What's normal anyway? Next segment. Alright, so we're going to get into our topic of the day. Our topic of the day is fear. ... and stupidity. The reason why I say ... is because we're mostly going to talk about fear. And the reason why we're going to talk about fear is because fear is the backbone of a lot of things we do in life. So fear is a fundamental emotional... Oh, my fault. I can't read. Fear is a fundamental emotion of alarm from perceived danger, triggering fight or flight responses. That's fear. And there's also a movie called Fear with Mark Wahlberg. Fear has similarities. Fear, dread, fright, alarm, panic, terror, trepidation, and all those things. But we're not going to be talking about all of those things. We're just talking about the overall word or feeling of fear. Fear is a response that keeps us safe. And it's also a response that holds us back from a lot of things in life. So when I say fear is a response that keeps us safe, if you are hiking in the woods and you hear, a crazy sound that scares you, you'll be like, maybe I shouldn't be hiking down that part. Unless you're of the fairer tone and you want to investigate. But the darker tone, we tend to, not go that way. So fear is a response that keeps you safe in that aspect. Fear is a response that says, hey, there's a gun pointed to me that's telling me to do stuff. If I do the stuff, then I should survive. So my fear is making me do things that keep me safe. But yeah, so fear is a response that keeps you safe, and then fear is also something that holds you back. And the reason why I say it holds you back is because fear trickles into life in many different aspects. Like some things like skydiving. I'm afraid of heights. It's probably a wonderful experience. People that have gone, I haven't heard anything bad about it. It's probably a wonderful experience, but I'm afraid of it, and I probably won't do it. But it's holding me back from enjoying something that's probably really cool. Bungee jumping. I'm never going to do that because I'm afraid of dying. I haven't heard of anybody that has died from it as of late, except for Hillary's was going to be fiance in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But yeah, it's just, it keeps you from doing stupid things. And I'll touch more on that further into the topic. But fear has also helped me realize how power gets obtained. I've recently been watching The Wire, and even before I started watching The Wire, I was like, how do people, get into the positions that they're in, where they have servants or henchmen, or people that just like work for you, even if you disrespect them, people with like that blind loyalty. And watching The Wire, it kind of helped me like see that fear is kind of the overarching reason for a lot of the loyalty that like the lower people hold in two positions of power. So like let's just run down my list. So you got kings, monarchies. Why are they in power? Like, if you think about it, like, well, I'm not a history buff, but somebody was born just like we all are, and for some reason, maybe they won a battle or something, and it was like, yeah, this guy or girl, well, it probably wasn't a girl back then, unless. Alright, semantics. So this guy, I want you to be king. Sometimes they're king because, they're like, I think this guy is going to protect me and do the right things. Kind of like democracy and us picking our presidents. Or the king is like, I just murdered all these people. You should follow me unless you want to be murdered too. So people are going to be like, that makes sense. I don't want to be murdered. I like living. I'll follow you so I don't have to live. And then they get put in the position of power. And now they're kings. And now they're royalty. So everybody that's born after them is royalty. So it's like, oh, he's royal. What does that mean? That means if you act against them, you're going to get hurt in some way, show form of passion. You're going, because you're going, get beheaded at the guillotine. So, fear put those people in positions of power. Because who was born royalty? Like the first royal, how, I got to do some research, because how was the first person that became royal? How were they made royal? It had to be because they won a battle of some sort, or they bought some land and was like, yeah, you can live here, or they murked some people and was like, follow me or else. There's really no other way. Like, the first person, there's really no other way about it. They had to have won something, or somebody was, or maybe it was like the tribes people, their best warrior, and like was like chief, and then that tribe expanded and chief was king. I don't know. I'm rambling, but details. I gotta do some research. But still, I think fear has a major part of kings becoming kings. Tyrants and dictators. Fear has a major part of tyrants and dictators being in the power and being in a position of power that they're in. North Korea is the bad one, I believe. North Korea, they get shut off from social media. They get brainwashed and all that stuff. And if they step out of line against the people, against the leader, then they're subject to, harm and disciplinary action. So out of fear, they stay in line. Germany, when Mustache Man was in power, doing all the nonsense that he was doing. Fear, you know, he preached. Oh, that's the stupidity part. We're going to touch on the stupidity part again later in life, or not life, later in the pod. But fear and stupidity, and I know maybe not they're not stupid, but it's stupidity. So this Mustache Man was like, hey, we are the superior people. These lesser people, well, these people are lesser, so we should, nix them off the face of the earth so that we can remain superior. So all the people that was following him, that believed they were superior, are all stupid sheep. That was like, yeah, everything he just said makes sense. And also, I don't want to die, because he was out there murdering people. Also, I don't want to die, so I need to follow these rules. So they followed these rules. I know I'm simplifying a tragedy, but that's what happened in simpler terms. And then all the lesser than people was like, oh, we're being targeted and all this other stuff. If we want to live, we have to follow these sheep. Sheep being, we have to follow these sheep, because these sheep are going to harm us. It's a lot. That's a lot to try to squeeze in, because I don't want to go into too much detail, because if y'all know your history, y'all know that what I'm saying is mostly right. So fear played a big part in that. Slavery. We was afraid of things that was gonna happen to us if we acted out of line. You get whooped. You get you run away. You get your foot chopped off. You speak out of line. You get something else chopped. Like, fear is the driving factor in a lot of things, and a lot of the reason why people in power stay in power. It sucks. I understand it. I know it sucks, but that's how it is. And in my last portion of the fear aspect is like gangs, mafia, and all that stuff. Kind of similar to Kings and the Kings, because I don't know about Tyrants. How did the Don? I gotta watch The Godfather. Maybe it'll tell me. But how did the Don get put in a position where he's like, yeah, go, Paulie, go do so and so to so and so, and he's like, yeah, I got you. Like, says he's giving you money. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting off topic, but on topic at the same time. And the reason why I brought up all these people, the kings, the dictators, slave masters, and gangs, is because, like I said, we act on a fear response. And luckily, and throughout history, there were some people that was like, you know what, F fear, what's happening isn't right. We need to stand up for ourselves. We need to, leave, try to get away from this nonsense. But like, what if we didn't act on fear? What if, as soon as they started taking people to do whatever, right, those people was like, nah, we're not gonna go for that. Fought back, start killing a few people, and was like, yeah, that means if y'all take us few people, some of y'all gonna die. And then maybe out of a certain point, they was like, yeah, maybe we need to stop taking people because we keep losing people. So that's words, rambling. At what point do people just be like, what really makes you different from me? Like, yeah, you have the title of boss for now. You have the title of boss. But, like, if you get shot and I get shot, we both gonna bleed the same. And one of us might die, we both might die. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, what's stopping somebody from being like, yo, I don't like the way you treat me. I don't like the way you treat other people. I don't think I really want to work for you no more. And then they just try to leave, and it's like, no, you can't leave, because if you leave, we're going to kill you. And then they like, oh, for real? And then they turn around and they're like, you know what? I'm going to leave, but before I leave, I'm going to come after you. And maybe he convinces your henchman that life isn't fair, being treated, and then the henchman comes to you. Revolution. Under different circumstances and different aspects of life. But I'm rambling. But that's how fear works in power. Fear in relationships. On a lighter-ish note, I think fear controls a lot of our relationships. Fear with, back in the day, fear with interracial relationships. You were hesitant to be with somebody that you found attractive, somebody that you connected with, under fear of the repercussions that may come with it. Fear in homosexual relationships, especially in the society we lived in, still kind of live in, but I mean, obviously it's more accepted. But the society we lived in, you were in fear of coming out to how you truly feel about somebody because of fear of repercussion, fear of what the world may think of you, or fear of what the world may do to you, because people are people. That's not an excuse. That's just, people are stupid, people do dumb things, and people act out of fear. I think even the response to even the anger response to seeing an interracial relationship back then, sometimes even now, or seeing a homosexual relationship back then, or even now, the anger response to that, I think it's just a fear, a deep rooted fear, internalized fear of just nonsense. But that's for, I'm pretty sure some psychologists have figured it out. But I think people, like, when you even nowadays, like, people act in people allow others view to dictate what they do in life. I don't think I should be with this person because I don't know how people are going to perceive it, or I don't think I should talk to this person because I don't know how people are going to perceive it. I don't know how my parents are going to perceive it. I don't know what they're going to think. I don't know what, like, you're thinking about what everybody else's view or input or thought would be, except for your own. The only input and thought that matters is your own. But the fear of being judged may stop you from being with your lifelong partner. Like, just because you view or you think that you'll be viewed in a negative manner, maybe you think that your parents will disown you or something like that, you refuse to go into that relationship. But the relationship that you're scared of being viewed in might be the best relationship you've ever been in, might be the best parent to your future kids, might be the best wife or husband that, if you didn't get, you just went through 3 husbands and wives because you were trying to chase what you already had, but you were just in fear of what may or could have happened. So I just think that, like, when the fear part of relationships, that you should, do what makes you happy. Try not to allow what others may think to affect your choices. And then fear in work, just to, a last little snippet. I think we stay in positions because we're afraid of what the future may hold. Some people may get a job sweeping floors, and it pays the bills. It's a decent position, and then that person may be afraid to leave that position because they don't know what's in store afterwards. But you never know what's on the other side. Sometimes the grass is greener, sometimes the grass isn't greener. But maybe you're sweeping floors one day, but you are afraid of what may happen in the future, that you don't apply to this job that has you leading people, or you're afraid to go to war or get shot at, so you don't join the military, but you really want to, but you don't join because you're afraid that you might get shot at. But you might be the best leader, you might be the best captain, chief, petty officer, you might be the best person for that position, but you're like, that one fear is holding you back. So sometimes you just gotta take a leap. In life in general, I feel like fear dictates a lot of stuff, as I try to portray in this entire pod. But sometimes you just gotta take that leap. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and do what you gotta do. But yeah, life happens. Try to do your best. And that is everything that I wanted to talk about today. I know I said I was going to get a little bit more into stupidity, and the main reason why I said I was going to get more into stupidity, because I know fear is a powerful tool that leaders use in many aspects, and leaders is just an overarching term for that person, boss, person in charge, person with the power, that leaders use to control people. And stupidity follows, because if you continue to be controlled, knowing in the back of your mind it isn't right, knowing that you could do something about it, that's just stupid to me. Like, or maybe I just think different. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much more about anything. First episode of the new year, 2026. Today is January. The posting of this will be January 6th. And I hope to continue to give y'all many more pods. I hope the future guests that come on give y'all some insight on their life and how life, like, you're just normal people. Maybe I'll get a super famous person on here, and it just to let you, like, when I say super famous, just somebody with some motion behind the name, just to let y'all know how normal they are. Like, if I met LeBron tomorrow, like, LeBron, you're a dope dude. I appreciate all that you do for the community. But that'll be it. Like, you don't gotta cry that you meet somebody. Like, LeBron's a normal human being. He just 6'8" with millions of dollars. But I'm just take away the money. Just take one money and the skill. He's just a 6'8" dude that has kids, family, and own personal issues. Speaking on that, to end it off, like I said, Chasing OK, or like I've been saying, Chasing OK is a pod centered around mental health. LiveOK is the brand centered around mental health awareness. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, if you're super popular, super famous, if everybody knows your name. It doesn't matter if you have $0, if you're homeless. It doesn't matter if you're, just the average individual. Everybody is going through something. Well, let me stop. Everybody goes through things. It doesn't matter the position that they're in. Constant, super famous streamer, millions of dollars, everything going right for him. Aside from the public breakup. Side note, I don't think anybody's breakup should be public. I think you should just live your life and keep, your personal. But aside from the breakup, he struggled. He's he announced that he's been struggling with mental health. And you look at him and you be like, dang, he seems so happy. He seems so energetic. He knows all these famous people. He's doing so much. He just completed this 1,000,000 sub goal. He's doing so many great things. But mental, like, if you don't take care of your mental, all that's for naught. There's actors. Robin Williams took his own life a few years ago. And he was one of the happiest people that, you can see. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what they show you on the outside. It doesn't matter how much money they got. It doesn't matter the house they live in. It doesn't matter the city, state. It doesn't matter their situation that you see. It all matters on, the only thing that matters is how people feel. And if you don't know how your people are feeling, or truly feeling, I feel like you failed that person. Check on your people. Not just because they show you a smile doesn't mean that they're doing okay. Just because they say they're okay doesn't mean they're doing okay. And it's okay not to be okay. So I leave y'all with that. Motivation. Try to do what you want to do in life. Don't let fear hold you back. Last thing I want to say that I said already. Check on your people. Love on your people. And when you ask, hey, how you doing? Hey, are you okay? Actually mean it. And if they give you the response that isn't, yeah, I'm okay. That isn't the normal, yeah, I'm okay. Or that just seems a little off. Pry. Ask questions. I know I said I'm gonna leave, but I just saw that a service member, I don't know what branch he was in, went to seek help, and they told him to make an appointment. He said, I need help. It's like, make an appointment. No, if you need help, if people need help, you need to provide them with the resources, because you don't know what their next steps will be. He walked out of that hospital and was like, I did everything that I told myself I needed to do to get me where I needed to be. And then he took his own life. Check on your people. Provide help for people. I know the world is hard. I know everything. I know everybody's going through something. But if there's one person that you can lean on them. And if there's one person that you feel everybody leans on, check on that person. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for you. Happy New Year, happy holidays. I hope this year is a great one for y'all. I hope everybody does the things that they want to do in life. Continue to love your people. Continue to love yourself. And don't be afraid to take that leap. Love. Thanks for listening to the Ramblings of a Madman. If you want to come on and have a conversation, feel free to message me at the email in the bio. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Life is about choices. It would be great if you choose to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe and be great.
Ain't perfect, but ain't no complaining. I know my shit is different. I just can't explain it. Food for thought.